Kids Work families. I'm Miss Carmen from the Roscoe classroom. I hope everyone is doing well, staying healthy and safe at home. I miss you all, my Kids Work friends. So I hope we can all be back in school soon. In the meantime, I'd like to tell you that today I went on a little nature walk around my neighborhood with my dog. And so I collected some items from the outdoors that I like to share with you and do some little activities with them. So these are the items, the specimens I found outside. And let's start off by counting them together. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items. Okay, and as you can see, my 13 items are all different, and they are all different colors, different textures, and different shapes, right? So for example, we have this dry flower, right? Because it's dry because we are currently transitioning from wintertime to springtime, right? So we just started springtime, but because it's still a little bit chilly outside, a lot of our plants are still dead and dry, right? Like this flower. So that's why also it looks sort of like dark brown. It's a dark brown shade, as you can see. And as I said before, my items are all different colors, and they're also we can see in them how some of them are looking this way because of winter time, right? So we have some fallen leaves, some leaves that fell from the trees during autumn, right? And so they browned first and then they fell off the tree, and then they look like this, right? This one is a shingle oak leaf, a shingle oak tree, right? And for example, this one, I found this too, and this is a, I believe, seed pod. It has a really interesting shape as well. It looks a little bit like a pear, I think. And I picked up this other leaf, which is a white oak leaf, right? So both of these are leaves from oak trees, but they're different oak trees, right? And these leaves these trees grow in our state of Illinois. So that's what I found them outside. I also found this piece of tree bark, and as you can see, it has some really interesting texture and colors, and we can definitely see that it's also dry. It's a part of the tree that dried out because of the brown and beige color inside, right? It's not, when the plant is alive, you can still see a little bit of green inside, but this one is not. That's why it was on the ground. I also picked up these 2 rocks that I caught my eye because I thought they had interesting shapes and colors, especially this one that is reddish, right? And it feels rough, so the texture of it is rough to the touch, right? And it's uneven surface. Unlike this leaf that I was telling you about before, which is smooth on its texture, on its surface, right? So I also picked up these fruits, and they are also red. So as you can see, the colors I have here go from browns, different shades of browns, gray, red, also reddish, this rock here, and these ones are yellow flowers. which are a good indication that we are starting springtime now. And so plants and leaves and flowers are starting to bloom, right? And yes, so I have all these items, and they are 13. And so, as I mentioned before, what we can do at home, it would be nice to collect them. I brought a little Ziploc bag with me when I went outside, and I picked up all these items, and then I got home and I placed them on a tray so you can see them, and that way we can observe their different textures and colors and shapes, right? Now we can also do some other things with these items, such as I also decided to create a journal of my nature walk. And as you can see, I divided this sheet of paper and I drew some of my items, right? So we can decide which ones we want to draw, right? And you can observe them and you draw them, and you can even color them afterwards if you want to. And yes, so, also, if you really want to get creative with the things you found on your nature walk, for example, you can also use them to paint with them, right? So I think this flower will make a great paintbrush that you can dip in paint and create some really cool prints on paper. Okay, so this is my activity for you for today. I hope you liked it. And I think it's just a great way of getting a little bit of outdoor time, a little bit of movement, and fresh air as well, even if it's just for a little bit. And then we can bring nature into our homes as well, okay, and have fun with it. So take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye.